What's up guys, Lethal Leslie here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the World Cup mode, guys. The World Cup mode has finally dropped. Well, we know the World Cup is coming. The info about the World Cup mode has finally dropped. It hasn't actually dropped itself, as you guys well know, I'm sure. So today we're going to be going through a lot of things to do with the World Cup mode. We're going to be talking about the stuff we already know, guys. We're going to be talking about stuff that we're going to be predicting from the old one in FIFA 14, 2014 of course. And we're going to be talking about a bit of the market and some frequently asked questions and stuff like that, guys. So the first thing we're going to show you is the confirmation from EA's Twitter that the World Cup mode is coming on the 29th of May, I believe. And that should be on the screen right now. There also might be some other screenshots that I put up from time to time just as I'm talking. Maybe I'm not talking about like something on the screen. And there will be screenshots of gameplay from FIFA 14, guys. Because I know in 4 years a lot of you guys might have joined FUT. So it might be your first time having a World Cup mode on the game mode. So anyway, let's get into it, guys. The first part I'm going to show you is this screenshot here now that's come on the screen. Is the information we already know. I've got it down here on my tab, hence the reason I keep looking down here, guys. So I'm going to read it off here. We're going to go through what we already know, guys. So the first thing, guys, we already know about is the all new icons. So obviously all new icons is going to be new icons for the World Cup. It says FIFA World Cup Ultimate Team will feature some of the most iconic players from the tournament's history. Now the first thing in my prediction, again, this is now going off what we know. I don't think these are going to be on the normal Ultimate Team mode. I think these are going to be World Cup only. And I don't think they're going to be tradable either, guys. So there are two things that are maybe a little bit or downer for some of you guys. But personally, I'm quite happy with it. I'd like to see a player maybe like Diego Forlan come into this. There's loads of other really good players over the years. But yeah, maybe David Seaman would be a goalkeeper that I would imagine they'd be trying to get into this as well, guys. Some really good iconic players from the World Cup would be really cool, guys. And yeah, maybe Bobby Moore even from the 1966 World Cup for England. So that's what I'd like to see, some really iconic players from the World Cup come into it. Who knows, guys? But that's pretty cool. We're going to get some icons come in, that's for sure. The chemistry system is the next thing I'm going to talk about. And it works kind of similar to the way normal chemistry works, in the way that if you look at Verratti and Jermaine here, they're the same league and they get a weak link, an orange link, and that's going to be the same for anyone in the same confederations. Now, what they mean by confederations, they mean like the Oceanos, they mean like Europe, they mean like Africa, guys. That's what they mean. Any club in Europe will link to each other weekly. Any club from Africa will link to each other weekly. And then you've got strong links will be players from the same team. So for instance, if you have two people from South Africa, they would link strongly. And if you had two people from, like, I know, England, Germany, they would link strongly. So for instance, if we did manage to get ourselves Thiago Silva and Becker, well, Alisson, we would have a strong link between them, guys, in the World Cup mode. So that's the way chemistry is going to work, just slightly different, guys. The next point is the FIFA World Cup player pool, featuring up-to-date squads for every qualified nation with refreshing ratings. You'll have everything you need to build your international dream squad. Now that's a pretty cool thing as well, guys, that every player is going to be up-to-date, which is something I'm not sure if they had in FIFA 14. I felt like it was pretty solid, guys, but that's what we want. We want the squads to be up-to-date, and the players that are playing there, we want them all to be available, of course. The next thing we have here on the list, guys, is the dynamic items. And this one is basically like players will be getting upgraded and downgraded, maybe if they played really badly, and they will get stat boosts and stuff like that. The way I imagine it's going to work is, imagine Neymar and Firmino played a game and they won 5-0. Firmino scored 1, he assisted 2. Say Neymar scored the other, well, scored 3 kind of thing. Well, in real FUT, only one player would get a special card, which would probably be Neymar in that game, you'd imagine, on the normal FUT mode. But on the World Cup mode, maybe they'll both go up like a couple of ratings, because the players are going to just be like dynamic and they're all going to be able to go up, is what I believe is going to happen anyway, guys. So you're going to be able to have all players, if they're playing well, they're going to be able to go up in the World Cup mode. I like that. That's different, guys. Hopefully it works well, and it should make for a more fun game mode. And the last thing on here that we have is updates to actual Ultimate Team. So there's going to be a single player online tournament, there's going to be single player online draft and squad builder challenges. So I imagine the tournaments and the draft especially might be completely different. They're going to have a World Cup theme to them anyway, guys. And maybe we'll be getting some free players and stuff like that, as we do a lot in the tournaments right now. And squad builder challenges are always great, guys. So there is stuff coming to normal FUT as well as this World Cup mode. They're not forgetting all about FUT by the looks of things. Hopefully that's good as well. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is a few of the frequently asked questions, which is basically more based on coins than anything else. People wonder how it works. And basically the way it worked in 2014 and the way it seems to like it's going to work again is basically I have 604k here. Usually, I think it was on the first page before, say with these man of the matches is it would have World Cup mode there. You'd click on it, it would take you through to the World Cup mode. So imagine we're on the World Cup mode here and you would still have 604k, guys. So then you'd go over to the packs, imagine again we're on World Cup mode. You'd open a 5k pack on the World Cup mode here. You would get players because you get a lot more players in packs for the World Cup mode. So you'd get, say, 8 players. And then all of a sudden you'd be like, okay, that's great. Let me go back onto normal foot. You'd back out onto normal foot before you actually back out. But then you'd have one pack in the store and it would be another 5k pack, which is considered like a free 5k pack for buying it. Your coins will have gone down 5k as well, though. Like the coin total is the same on both, but your coins do obviously decrease on both then as well, the same way, guys. And the reason they do it like this is, say we were back on the World Cup mode now and we were opening packs. The players you get, I do not, like the next question I've got on here, is there a market? The answer is I do not think there is a market, guys. So if you're opening packs, and it's more of a collection book kind of thing, so if you're opening packs upon packs upon packs, in the end you might be opening packs with, say, 8 players in, you might get 7 duplicates in there, and it's not fair to have to discard those duplicates and only have one player for that 5k, hence the reason they give you the free pack as well, guys. I think that's the way it works. Well, I don't think. If we're talking about FIFA 14, that is exactly the way it works. I feel strongly that this is the way it's going to work on this FIFA as well. So there is no market, but you do get a free pack for opening the pack, guys, and your coin total does go down on both. And the last thing I want to really touch on now is going to be the market, what happened last time in the market. And what happened was that within about a day of this dropping, team of the season cards literally plummeted, guys. They went from around, say you had a 500k team of the season, in a couple of days you might be able to pick that team of the season up for 250k kind of thing to 300k kind of thing. They were dropping like 40%, sometimes a bit more, sometimes obviously a bit less. They dropped massively, so it is a real risk to be holding on to really expensive team of the season players when this World Cup mode drops. That's something you want to have in your mind 100% for when this drops, because you do not want to have a player that is 500-600k be selling for 300-400k a few days later, guys, because you know that is really hard to take and there's a lot of coins wasted. So have that in your mind. Everyone's going to want to sell up to go and enjoy the World Cup mode, as you can imagine, and I suggest that you guys get on board with that again. So the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is obviously if you have any questions on the World Cup mode, leave it down below. I'll try and answer any I can. I understand a lot of people are new to FUT since 14, which you'd expect. A lot of you guys will have already understand all this information. But if you have any questions at all, put them down in the comment section down below. I'll try my best to answer everyone. Well, not try my best, I will answer everyone, but I'll try my best to answer it well. And also, like, if you have any other questions, like if any info I get on Twitter and that, I'll be able to share that with you as well, guys. So just, yeah, if you have any inquiries, put them down below, guys. So if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, as always, and take it easy.